Tooeasy Playbook. I am finally back, man. I got the energy. I mustered up the courage to come back. And I miss you guys, man. I miss putting out content. I miss um, being in the fight with you guys, making bets, doing online bets. I took a few days off, but I'm back, baby. You know what I mean? I'm back. I'm back, and I'm better. We just dropped the Tooeasy podcast episode 2 days ago, so go check that out. But let's get into Tooeasy Playbook, man, because we got to talk about some football, baby. We got to talk about some football, my guy. What I'm about to do is we're about to go over what just happened yesterday. We need to talk about it. So let's go ahead and recap the NCAA football yesterday. It was three really good games that I watched yesterday. Let me see NCAA schedule. Let's get it. I'm a little bit late to the party, but hey, I think it's because UT's not playing, so I'm probably like lackadaisical about it. You know what I mean? My bad, y'all. I'm a little lackadaisical about it. My bad. All right, so yesterday, right? So big game. Florida State ranked number 8. Florida, Richard. You hear that, Richard? Florida State ranked number 8. Number 8 loses to Virginia in overtime. Phenomenal thriller game. I watched that game all the way through. My goodness, Florida State could not stop the run. The defense was atrocious. It was horrible on both sides. Realistically, it was horrible. Florida State passing attack was phenomenal, but the defense was horrible, and that's why they lost the game. Ultimately, just got bled by the run game, and then towards the end of the game, they couldn't stop anything. They couldn't stop the run, pass, or anything. So, what an amazing game. The students like rushed the field like as soon as they caught that last second interception to ice the game. And man, that was a game. I'll tell you that, man. Moving on to TCU losing to Arizona State. That was a good game as well. A lot more competitive, in my opinion. I didn't like how TCU lost because I'm like, dude, you guys are up 17-7 at some point, and then it just y'all let Arizona State go on like a scoring streak and just keep scoring, and then you try to play catch up, and then it was just too late, you know. So yeah, pretty much TCU ended up losing by a touchdown. Losing by a field goal, last second field goal from Arizona State, and that's just pretty much that tells the whole story of the game. TCU really did a really good job, but Arizona just came away with a win because they remained disciplined throughout the second half. All right. And another game that's not listed, U of H versus Oregon State. I watched yesterday. Pretty good game. It looks like they're only showing like the top 25 teams playing. So I watched the U of H game. It was phenomenal. It was amazing. U of H came back and won by a field goal, a last second field goal. Awesome game. Oregon State, I kind of feel bad for you guys. You guys are actually like losing a lot of fan base, and you're not 0-5. But at the end of the day, you're going to have a new conference next year. I think the Pac-10 or Pac-8 or some shit, wherever happens. But there's going to be another West Coast team. And Oregon State, I think you might be competitive because you're not competitive in the Big 12, dog. Y'all, like these Pac-12, the Pac-12, former Pac-12 teams are not competitive in the Big 12. They're not. The Big 12 is just better. It's just that much better. Like Colorado, a lot of these teams are just not as good as the Big 12, which is, I would say the Big 12 and the Big 10 are kind of compatible. And then the SEC is like still the top. And then like the ACC is like mid-level. So the Big 12, I will put the Big 12 as the second or third best conference. But yeah, man, U of H took care of business. I'm glad you guys did. You guys came away with a win. All right, so what we got on the docket today, no UT, no Texas today. So obviously I'm doing this podcast late because of that, because UT's not playing. But I had to come out here and make sure that I'm being productive and actually contributing to to the numbers here. All right, so what we got going on is USC is playing Illinois and they're losing. That would be a surprise if Illinois ended up beating USC, but I do think USC could come away with a victory in that one. Notre Dame, which is the game I'm watching right now in Arkansas, Notre Dame is dominating at all positions, run, pass, and the linemen are just bigger, better, faster, more aggressive. Um, yeah, man, Notre Dame's actually legitimate. They're actually a legitimate team. It's just that they took some bad losses, man. You can't you can't lose to you can't lose in that fashion. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what that pretty much tells the story. Notre Dame's going to get away with this one. This is going to be an easy one for them, and hopefully they bounce back. But I mean, they likely will stay at 22. Wake Forest and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is ranked so high because they beat somebody last week. I can't remember who it was. They beat someone though. Let me see. Oh, they're 4-0 too. They beat someone last week where it was just like, oh shoot. Yeah, they beat Temple, Clemson. They beat Clemson a while back. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Georgia State's not bad. Georgia Tech is not bad. So, and we got Vanderbilt versus Utah. I'm looking for Vanderbilt to pull away with that one. I don't know about Utah State, man. I don't know about Utah State, but I'm looking for Vanderbilt to actually like win that game. Looks like it's making it competitive. And here comes the game of the week. We got Auburn versus Texas A&M. This is going to be a powerhouse game. A whole lot of offense versus a whole lot of defense. So, and offense meaning Texas A&M, and then Auburn has a really good defense. I still think that Texas A&M is going to come away with this one because of the opponents they faced in the past. I really think that they're just a little bit of a step ahead. So we'll see what happens in this one. I think that Texas A&M is definitely going to come away with a victory. All right. So Ohio State versus Washington. Ohio State continues to play easy teams. Like I said, the Big Ten is not really that competitive. In the Big 12, you got like a lot, like at least 3 or 4 or 5 ranked teams. In the Big 10, you probably got 3: Oregon, Michigan, and Ohio State. If I'm wrong, correct me. But there's just not a lot of competitive teams in the Big 10. So Ohio State is going to roll over Washington, and that's the end of that. LSU versus Ole Miss. Some will say this is the game of the week. I think it's going to be Texas A&M and Auburn, but some would say this is the game of the week. LSU versus Ole Miss. The reason why LSU is ranked number 4, Ole Miss ranked number 13, both undefeated, and I'm looking for LSU to really dominate this game and kind of like just separate the gap in the SEC. I think it's LSU, Texas A&M, Texas are like the top 3 teams. Oh, for Georgia, I think those are the top 4 teams in the SEC. But I just don't see. I don't see Ole Miss as a top team in the SEC. I do see them as very competitive. I just don't see them as a top team. So, but I'm gonna say LSU is gonna run away with this one and really put up some godly numbers against Ole Miss. Or it might be short. It might be short. It might be a low scoring game. You never know. Indiana versus Iowa. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to teams in the Midwest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'm gonna go Indiana because they're ranked. Mississippi State versus Tennessee. Tennessee, I don't know what is wrong with you guys and why you guys get so close to beating Georgia and then you lose in the last second. This has happened for the last 3 years in a row. But I'm gonna choose you to win this one against Michigan State. That should be fair enough for you. Iowa State versus Arizona. Yeah, I'm gonna go Iowa State. It should be a competitive game, but everyone's looking forward to this next game, which is Oregon versus Penn State. Some would say this is the game of the week. I, however, disagree, and here's why I disagree. I don't think Oregon's that competitive of a team. I think Oregon's just all show. I think they're all show. I don't really think they're a competitive team. I think they're just all talk, all show, and they're gonna get exposed today by Penn State. My opinion. Argue with your mama. Um, UMass versus Missouri. Missouri's going to win that one. University of Mississippi, I don't really think they're even competitive compared to Missouri. Alabama versus Georgia. This is the SEC game of the week. Some would say this is the game of the week. So we got a lot of we got four really good games. Auburn versus Texas A&M, LSU versus Ole Miss, Oregon versus Penn State, and Alabama versus Georgia. Look for Alabama to win this game. Here's why. Alabama, that first week, didn't really look like Alabama when they played Florida State. I think they had to get their foot in the ground and, just hit the ground running. But now that, there's a few games under their belt, I think that Alabama is going to be the team to still kind of compete within the SEC. So they're sitting right outside the playoffs, outside looking in. So look for Alabama to beat Georgia in this game. Look out. Upset alert. All right. We got BYU and Colorado. All right, Richard. This is the last time I'm going to give your team a chance, Richard. Colorado, are you going to show up and beat BYU, the number 25, so you can get in, so you get it to the top 25, man? Are you guys going to show up? Are you guys going to finally show up, man? I hope so, because I'm rooting for you. Ugh, get this out. Ugh. Yeah, so I'm rooting for you guys. I hope you guys succeed and win this game. But it's not likely. It's not likely. But, yep, that's what you got for your NCAA Week 5, baby. Week 5. Now we're on to the NFL, baby. All right, let's go talk about the NFL schedule. What we got this week. This is week 4 of the NFL. Whoo! And you already know, stick around tomorrow morning for my picks, my early morning picks. All right, so first game we got tomorrow. Whoo! All right, look, man. We got the Steelers and the Vikings over in, I think, Germany. Where they at? London or Germany? One of the two. Dublin. Where's Dublin at? I don't know where Dublin's at. Somebody tell me where Dublin. Chat. Where is Dublin? I don't know where it's at. They're playing in Dublin though. So if you're in that country or that city, Dublin or whatever, go ahead, check out this game, man. It's gonna be a good game. Carson Wentz versus, what is it? Carson Wentz? Yeah. Carson Wentz versus Aaron Rodgers. I think it should be a good game. Next game will be Falcons and Commanders. I'm gonna be honest right now. I don't know about this game because there's a little bit of uncertainty when it comes to the Commanders because their quarterback is not playing and Marcus Mariota is not really like a consistent guy, which is why he doesn't have a starting position now. He's playing a backup role because he hasn't been a consistent guy. He had a really good game last week, but he's gonna have a really good game this week. Who knows? So I'm gonna choose the Falcons in this one, man. I mean, that's just a safer bet, and I just really think they're gonna win. Giants and Chargers. I feel bad for the Giants, man. They just have a really shitty setup of a season. Like, how do they expect y'all to win any of those games, those first 3 games, with Russell Wilson? Doesn't make any sense, man. Let's go ahead and bet the Chargers for this one, man. I know NFL's any given Sunday, and Jackson Dart is starting, and Russell Wilson got benched. That's what his cuck ass get, being a cuck. But I do think that the Chargers are going to win this game convincingly. Probably I would say -10. I say they win by 10 points or 11 points. Texans versus Titans. Look, man, the Texans just need the offensive line to gain some confidence because right now we look like a bunch of freaking idiots. We look like a bunch of wimps, man. I don't even want to say the word, but we look like a bunch of wimps on the offensive line, man. And then it's just like they're just playing bully ball against us and destroying us at the line of scrimmage. So I think that if the Texans figure out how to fix the offensive line, we can win this freaking game. We can win this freaking game. And then get the ball out of CJ Stroud's hands. He does not need to be holding on to the ball. So get the ball out on the screen pass, the quick slants, not these long developing dig routes, not these long developing post routes. Forget all that. Let's get them open with these short intermediate passes and keep CJ out of the center. Put him in a shotgun. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But what do you think, guys? Texans or Titans? I'm choosing Texas. That's my hometown. But at the same time, I just don't think the Titans really have it all that together right now, especially with the rookie quarterback. I don't think they have it together right now. All right, next game, Buccaneers and the Eagles. So this is going to be probably my favorite game to watch this week because everybody hates on Jalen Hurts and everybody talks about how he's not elite, how he's not a top 5 football player, yada, yada, yada. Jalen Hurts is a beast. He's a dog. Y'all need to stop hating on my boy. Stop hating on my boy, man. Now, that to be said, I think the Buccaneers might win this game. I think the Buccaneers might win this game. The reason why is because I honestly think the Buccaneers have a really good offensive passing attack and defensive attack. The Eagles also do too. However, they don't always rely on their passing attack. They mostly rely on their rushing attack, which to me is like a big mistake. So let's go ahead and just do what we need to do, what y'all need to do, take care of business, and get the upset, man. Get the upset. All right. Next, we have Panthers and Patriots. Battle of the Butts. Hey, Panthers shut out the Atlanta Falcons the other day, so I think I'm gonna go with the Panthers, man. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one, man. I think the Patriots are gonna do some damage, man, this year. So I think this is one of the times where they actually gonna, rise above and do the damage themselves. Saints and Bills. Oh, I'm tired. Sorry, guys. I had a long night yesterday. I need some energy. I would say the Bills probably by 15, by 15 points. Because let's just be honest, man. Spencer Rattler and the Saints are just atrocious, man. They're absolutely atrocious. So hopefully one day they can draft another Drew Brees, but more than likely not. Browns Alliance. I don't think the Browns are gonna have lucky success like they did against the Packers. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose the smart bet, and I'm gonna say the Lions. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just say the Lions over the Browns, man. I don't think that there's not much to that. Jaguars and 49ers. As you guys know, Jaguars whipped our ass last week. Well, not really, but they beat us last week, and we couldn't stop them on that last drive, which is why they scored. But I wouldn't blame them. I think that Jaguars have everything they need. They have they have an above average quarterback. They have a nice run game. Travis Etienne, a nice run game. They have wide receivers that are freaking large and stout and can make plays. They also have Travis Cuck Hunter. They got a Cuck on defense where, he's using all that anger from being cucked all day to, really guard these wide receivers, man. So yeah, man, shout out to Travis Hunter, man. I really think Travis Hunter's a pure cornerback because that's what it looks like, man. He was like the way he was following the Texas wide receivers last week. I was like, man, this guy's a fucking cornerback, man. I don't know about wide receiver. He's a legit wide receiver, but I think on an elite level, he's a cornerback. I don't think he's on an elite level of wide receiver. All right. Let me see. Moving on down. Colts and Rams. I don't even want to talk about that. I want Richard to come. I want Richard to come in and talk about this shit. Come on, Richard. Come on, Richard Rich. Come on. Come on, Richie Rich. Answer the phone, big dog. Yeah, buddy.
I just got home, bro. What's up, bro?
Yeah, buddy. Colts versus Rams. Yeah, buddy.
We gonna win. What you talking about?
Y'all gonna win?
Yeah, we gonna win, nigga.
Y'all gonna win?
Yeah, we gonna be 4-0.
Y'all gonna be 4-0?
And y'all gonna be 0-4, nigga.
We gonna be we gonna be Who y'all
play again?
We play the Titans.
They gonna beat y'all ass, bro.
Hey, well, hold on. You said the Titans gonna beat our ass?
Beat the shit out y'all ass.
You
bold. Gonna throw over 300 yards passing and 4 touchdowns on that trash ass defense.
You bold, bro.
I'm bold my ass. You don't have confidence in your trash, sorry ass team. You hate it. We 3-0, nigga.
I ain't hate. I said, but y'all about to face a legitimate team though.
Nah, we're gonna be on top. Even if we still, we're gonna be on top of the division. No matter that, we're gonna be going 4-1. We're gonna be 4-0 next week. What you talking about?
So y'all beating the Rams at the Rams at LA.
In LA, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
All right.
We're gonna beat them so bad the coach they gonna be having problems.
Okay, all right. We'll see.
Talking about, nigga?
We'll see. I'm looking forward to JT Money doing his thing. You know, that's my fantasy quarterback. That's my fantasy quarterback. Yeah, buddy. That's my fantasy running back.
Yeah, that's my fantasy, nigga.
All right. Fuck it, then. Fuck it.
All right, bro. Let me go and put my daughter to sleep. But coach, nigga.
All right. I'm choosing Rams, guys. Let me see. Raiders and Bears. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Caleb Williams actually came alive last week. I'm surprised. Actually, I think he came alive this year. I think Caleb Williams came alive this year. Caleb Williams might.
Nigga, hold on, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Every week you picking a team against us. You always picking the opposing team. Fuck you, nigga. Every week.
Nigga, you do the same thing. What the fuck?
No, but I was right, nigga. You was wrong 3 weeks in a row. I was right.
All right, this time I'll be right though.
Fuck you. You said last 3 weeks. Fuck you.
Okay, I was exaggerating. Anyway, I was exaggerating last week. Richard didn't realize that I was fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're gonna beat the Miami Dolphins. Of course they're gonna beat well, I didn't think they're gonna beat Denver. And then they beat the Titans. Of course they beat the Titans. Come on, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't think they're gonna beat Denver though. So yeah, he's right about that one. But you know, the Miami, I didn't say they wasn't gonna beat Miami. Of course they're gonna beat Miami, man. Miami's ass. Anyway, I think the Rams are gonna beat the Colts. That's just my opinion. Raiders and Bears. I think Caleb Williams actually came alive. I think he's a legitimate, I think he's a legitimate quarterback now. But I just don't see him winning this game, man. I think the Raiders have way too much to counteract any of that Caleb Williams magician magic fingernail painting shit. You know what I'm saying? Lipstick wearing ass motherfucker. But yeah, I think Geno Smith's gonna do his thing, pass for probably 300 yards, get Alshon gently acclimate 150 yards. Then we'll see a good turnout for the Raiders. All right, next is potentially a really good game. The Chiefs and the Ravens. The Chiefs and the Ravens, baby. Revenge game, Lamar. Lamar, are you going to fuck up again? Are you going to fuck up again, Lamar? Are you going to fuck up again? You know, honestly, I don't know who's going to win this game. But I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't know who's going to win this game, but I'm not going to lie. I feel like the Ravens are going to win. And it's because Travis Kelce is not reliable anymore. Like, he needs to be replaced because he's just not that guy like he was. And they kind of depend on him because they don't have nobody else. Rashee Rice is injured. Juju Smith-Schuster is not even that good. All these people on the Chiefs from now are not, like, legitimate. They need to make a trade for somebody. Maybe get Tyreek Hill back, But I think the Ravens is, their rushing attack in combination with their passing attack is just going to be good enough to win that game. Would I bet on them in the playoffs? No. I will bet them to lose immediately. Packers and Cowboys. Wow, what a beautiful game. I think that the Packers are going to win this game. This is the return of damn, I forgot his name. Michael Parsons. This is return of Michael Parsons, man. So Michael Parsons is going to get his chance to go against his old team, and really show out and show what he can do. And if he does not show out and show what he can do, then they were right, Michael Parsons. So you better show out, man. But I still got the Packers winning this one, man. I don't really think the Cowboys are really legit this year. Then I can't talk. I can't really talk because, like, obviously my team's not legit either. Looks like, but it's an early season. Dolphins and Jets. Let me see. I think Dolphins get their first win today. I mean tomorrow. I think they get their first win tomorrow, man. It's not gonna be pretty. Oh no, that's Monday. It's not gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be, it's gonna be something. They get their first win. And then later on that night, it's gonna be the Bengals and the Broncos. The Broncos without Jake Browning. I don't know if I trust that. I mean, the Broncos without Joe Burrow. The Bengals without Joe Burrow. Yeah, I don't think Jake Brown is going to be able to do anything against the Broncos because the Broncos are they're halfway decent. They're a halfway decent team. So I'm picking the Broncos in this one, man. They just got all their pieces together. But anyway, that's pretty much my predictions for this NFL week. I'm going to be live tomorrow doing my bets, my fantasy football, my bets for the week, and then we're gonna go over the plays to make and the plays to not make, and everything like that. And I hope you guys tune in, man, because it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Typically, what I do is when I make a bet, it's like multiplied by so much, like a large number. My potential earnings are always like 2 to 3 thousand. So hey, man, stick around. Stick around. I got you. I got you. But yeah. Shout out to King Barco. Shout out to Richard. Shout out to everybody a part of the Tooeasy conglomerate. This is Tooeasy Playbook. This your host CP Columbia Papacito, giving you the playbook on life. Papacito. Colombia Papacito. You gotta say it right, or don't say it at all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shout out to my crew. Shout out to week 5. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans. Hey, shout out to CJ Stroud, man. I know everybody kicking your ass, got their foot in your ass right now, man. But not that you don't deserve it. But shout out to you, man. You're like you. I still believe in you, CJ Stroud. If you had a better offensive line, you would do a lot better. But sadly, you don't. You don't have a good offensive line. So now you got to adjust. You got to deal with it, and it's up to you to do that, big dog. So I hope the best for you, CJ Stroud. Just like I hope the best for you, D'Amico Ryans. Because gosh damn, if we lose against the fucking Titans, I am blocking Richard. I am blocking Richard. If we lose against the Titans, I'm block Richard. I hope you're watching. I'm blocking you if we lose against the Titans. You know what's crazy? Florida State lost yesterday, and Richard been quiet all morning. I haven't called about, it's college football. Y'all lost to Virginia. It's college football. It's college, you never know. It's just a rivalry. I had to sit here and think about it. It's a, how Richard talk. He'd be like, I had to sit here and think about it. Because it's a rivalry. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm like, okay. But all right. Anyways, that's it from Tooeasy Playbook. This is your boy, CP Columbia Papacito. I'm out.